Hello students, welcome to Math Mastery Online Series Lesson 6. Now students, I can see that some of you have already done your quiz for Lesson 6. That is very good. Now, if you don't know how to do any questions, don't worry, okay? The whole purpose of going through the example questions is to show you some strategies so that you'll be able to do the quiz. And I'll be giving you 5 minutes during the lesson time to do the quiz anyway. So let's take a look at our leaderboard. Okay, I'm going to refresh the page. Let's see who is leading. Now, the maximum points that we are able to get right now is, if I'm not wrong, is 590. Oh, all right. Looks like Gigi, Michael, and Charlie. Wow. Tyler is so close. Students, as you know, the questions are getting more and more difficult. So, last week we had so many students having the same score, but because the quiz is getting more difficult, we're starting to get some questions wrong, right? So that's why we are having less students who are in a tie. So at the end of the series in lesson 8, which is next Sunday, we will know who is the winner. Okay, so those of you who are in the running to win a brand new iPad, keep it up, try your best, get as many points as you can. How do we get points? So if you look at your worksheet, you will notice that there's 2 buttons to click for Google and Facebook review. There's a total of 100 points that you can get over there. But you see, how do you get bonus points? You can submit a 5-star review on Google and on Facebook as well, okay? So what we can do is go to your worksheet, you will see the link over there. If you do not know how to submit Facebook review, you can just go here, click on reviews and submit it. For Google, the link is in your worksheet. So students, before we begin, everybody, I'll give you 10 seconds. Click the like button and the share button now. Go ahead. All right, very good students. Yes, I can see many of you liking and sharing. Hello, yes, Dinusha, very good. You sent a review. Those of you who sent a review, take a picture. Take a picture and send it to us on Facebook Messenger so that you'll get your points to claim your bonus points, okay? Hi, Ejek. Hi, Jocelyn. Hi, Simon. Hi, Juliana. Hello. Juliana, I think you haven't got some points, but don't worry. As long as you message Facebook, they'll give you your points, okay? All right. How to know the solution and answers for the quiz? They were so hard. Really, Akshara? Okay, Akshara, don't worry. Yes, everybody click the like button and the share button. Very good. Let's begin, shall we? Lesson 6 worksheet. Submit Google and submit Facebook. Just log into Google, log into Facebook, go to your worksheet, click the link, and you can submit. Don't copy the the sample review, okay? You can change some words, but don't copy everything. Okay, let's take a look at lesson 6, example number 1. So, how many of you managed to spot the pattern? This is a pattern spotting question, and as you know, what are the critical skills required in mathematics? Pattern spotting, logical reasoning, visualization. Okay, these are the 3 skills that you need to do well in mathematics. Over here, we are being tested on pattern spotting skills. Now, if you observe the puzzle, okay, how do you get the number in the middle? How are you going to make use of all the other numbers to get the number in the middle? Let's see. Maybe we can try to take everything and add them up together. 4 plus 1 plus 2 plus 7. Thinking about it, that will not give us 18, right? So obviously it's wrong. What if we try to multiply? Okay, maybe I take 4 times 2 plus 1 times 7. So then I get 8 plus 7, I get 15. Cannot, still cannot. How? Anyone knows or not? How do I get it? Very good. Okay, yes. You see, what we need to do is we take 4 times 1. Okay, 4 times 1. Then we take 2 times 7. Now you can add them together and get 18. So this is the pattern, students. You must multiply downwards like this. Multiply, multiply, correct? After multiplying, you add them together. So same for the next puzzle. We multiply downwards we multiply downwards, and we add them together, we get 15. So, what is the question mark? Repeat the steps. 2 times 6, 1 times 4, add them together, and you get the final answer. There you go, students. This is pattern spotting. Okay, good. Now, of course, there's many different puzzles. There are many different patterns. The more exposure you have, the better. So what I recommend, students, I think this was one of your bonus points, remember? Remember I told you all to go to do the, you go to Maths Mastery, you click on Home. I told you all to go and do the practice, right? Go to middle primary, lower primary, upper primary, whatever you want. Go to middle primary, okay? You can practice, you see, number puzzles. Then you can improve your skill, yeah? Okay, great. So let's continue with our next question, students. If y'all don't know how to do the online practice or you need help, just send us a Facebook message. Then we'll help you, okay? Now, look at example 2. Again, okay, remember at the start of the lesson, I mentioned that you need 3 things to do well in math. Logical reasoning, pattern spotting, visualization. This is visualization. Because this is a geometry question, you are trying to find the perimeter. You're trying to find the perimeter of ABCD. That means this plus this plus this plus this, the entire length of the rectangle, okay, which is the perimeter of the rectangle. So they are telling you that there's 6 cm over there and there's 9 cm over there. But how are we going to do it then, right? So students, if we do not know, right, if there are certain things that you do not know, it's okay. Use alphabets. If you don't know, then you use alphabet. For example, okay, why not we just call this A? Why not we just call this B? Okay, because we don't know the individual length, right? So you don't know, we just call it A and B. Now, something that the question has told us, this is a square. So if the shaded part is a square, that means this side and this side and this side and this side must be the same. The square has equal sides. So if this is A, that means this side must also be A, yeah? And do you notice that the length here is the same height as the square? So I can call it A. Alright, students. Okay, so let's just call this A. Okay, and obviously we know that this is A, right? What about this? Can I say that this is B? Yeah, of course. Because it is the same length as B. So I can call this B. Now this is A because it's part of the square. This is A, right? What about this? I do not know what this is. So as usual, if you don't know, what should you do? Use an alphabet. So you use an alphabet, let's just use C lah. We use C. Now over here it has the same length as the square. So I call it A. Okay, and of course, the same length here, C. Now we have labeled our diagram. It's much easier to work with. What can we do, students? Do you notice that A plus B is 6 cm. Over here, 6 cm. What about the other A plus B? There's another A here, students. There's another B here. So A plus B is supposed to be 6 cm. Okay? So we have another 6 cm here, you know. Okay, what about A plus C? So let's take a look at A plus C. We have A plus C is 9 cm. A plus C is 9 cm, right? You have another A here and another C here. A plus C, 9 cm again. So, students, what we can say is the perimeter equals to 2 of the 6 cm plus 2 of the 9 cm, which will then give us 30 cm. That's how you do it. Okay, students, those of you who got it, well done. Yes, Melissa, you got it. Kong, oh, very good. Tamal also, well done. Johan, yes, good. Okay, students. That's if you have any questions, just type it in the chat. I'll help you out. Okay? So this is how we make use of alphabets. We label the diagram carefully. Then we can visualize what is A plus B, right? What is A plus C? And you can find the parameter already. Okay, how many of you haven't learned circles yet? Raise your hand. Okay, in Singapore, circles is only taught in primary 6 in Singapore. Alright, so I'll tell you how to find the area of a circle. Now, firstly, we need to know what are the properties of the circle. First, this is a circle. We know that it has infinite angles. Infinite angles. Okay, for example, a square. How many angles does the square have? 1, 2, 3, 4 angles. How many angles does a triangle have? 1, 2, 3, 3 angles. The circle have infinite angles, because what do you realize about circles? If I have a triangle, I have a square, then I call this a pentagon, right? Students, this is a pentagon. Then after that, another one with 6 sides. 6 sides is called a hexagon, right? Do you notice the more number of sides that you have, there's 3 sides, 4 sides, 5 sides, 6 sides. Then if I continue drawing more and more and more sides, okay, if I have more and more and more and more and more sides, do you realize that it starts looking like a circle? Okay, so the circle has infinite sides and also infinite number of angles. Yeah, infinite angles, infinite sides. What else? Do you call it a parameter? If I want to find the length of the circle, do I call it parameter? No, I call it circumference. Okay, sounds like circle, right? Circumference. All right, and this is the center of the circle. A very important length that you need to know is the radius. I call it R. How do you spell it? Radius. Radius is the distance from the center to the side. That's all. It can go in any direction. That is the same. This is the same. It's all the same length, you know. From the center to any side, it's always the same length, same radius. Okay. So if I want to find the area of a circle, what must I do? I need to do this. The area. Okay, let me just write it down properly. Maybe I write it down on top here. The area of a circle equals to pi r square. Okay, what is pi? Pi is just a number that can help you to find the area of a circle. Some scientists actually pi is the ratio between the circumference of the circle and the diameter of the circle. It is usually 3.14, but you don't need to memorize all this. The question will tell you. There, you see? Question already told us what is pi. You don't need to worry what is pi. Okay, so for example, if I have a circle and I say that the radius of the circle is 7 centimeters. How to find the area? Come, let's find the area, okay? You just say it equals to pi. What is pi? Pi is given to you in the question. Pi times r. What is the radius? R? 7, right? Squared. What is the meaning of squared? Squared. So for example, if I have 2 to the power of 1 equals to 2. 2 to the power of 2. This is called 2 squared. Equals to 2 times 2. 2 to the power of 3. 2 times 2 times 2. 2 to the power of 4. 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2. Yes or no? So you just need to multiply it how many times? If you see the number 2 here, you just multiply it 2 times. So I multiply 2 times, okay? That's it. Pi times the radius times the radius. That's how I find the area of the circle. Okay? Okay, let me get rid of the 2 times 2 times 2. Okay, I'm going to move this somewhere else so that you can see it. Okay, I'll move it here. So students, pi times the radius times the radius. 7 divided by 7, 1. 22 times 7, and what do you get? There you go. 154 cm squared. That's the area of a circle that has a radius of 7. Okay? That's it. So students, now that we know how to find the area of a circle, I can start to solve example 3. So let's get rid of my workings here. Okay. Wait, before I get rid of it, revise one more time. Important thing to know about circle, radius. Radius is from the center of the circle to the side of the circle. Okay? Pi, what is pi? Don't worry what is pi. The question will tell you what is pi. Just copy and paste. That's all you need to know. You need to know what is pi, what is the radius. Done. Then you take pi times the radius times the radius. You got it. Okay, now I'm going to delete this. So, students, we need to find the shaded region. Oh my gosh, that's not even a circle. That is some funny shape that I've never seen before. How, I'm stuck. Okay, don't worry. Let us do it step by step. First, I would like to find out what is... let me label this. I label this A. Okay, this is a funny shape that I don't even know what's the name of this shape. Let me call it A. Then for the shaded part, okay, for the shaded... Oh. Okay, let me just draw it properly. I tried. Okay, for this shaded part, right, students, let me call this B, okay? Okay, so how do I find A? Do you all agree that A equal to the square minus the circle? And then you divide it by 4. Why am I doing this? When you take the square, you minus away the circle. Don't you agree that what are you left with? You're left with all the corners like that, right? Huh? So you have 4 of those funny corners. So you have 4 of those corners. So that's why I need to divide by 4. Then I can find one of these corners, okay? So that's how I get A. Let's try to do it. Everybody know how to find area of a square, right? So let's draw a bracket first. Area of square. They told us that the side of the square is 14. So how to find area of square? 14 times 14. Minus the area of the circle. Okay. How to find area of a circle? Pi times r times r. Pi times the r times the r. Am I correct? No, I'm not correct. Be careful, students. What is radius? Radius is from the center of the circle to the side of the circle. Understand? So if they tell you that this is 14, that means the radius is 7. So please don't do this. Okay, so r times 7 times 7. That's the area of the circle. Then you can divide by 4. So what is 14 times 14? We get 196. Let's try to do pi times 7 times 7. We already did it just now, but let me do it again. 7 divided by 7 is 1. 22 times 7 is 154. Okay? Now we can divide it by 4. And we will end up with 10.5. So students, we found the area of A. The area of A is 10.5. Okay, I want to find the area of A plus B. Okay, now I'm going to find the area of A plus B. Just let me move this a bit. Let's make some space. So I'm going to try to find the area of A plus B right now. What is A plus B, students? You see, this is A, and the shaded part is B. So what am I finding? I'm finding the yellow part. I show you which part. There, this part. I'm finding this yellow part. A plus B, okay? So if I want to find A plus B, what does it look like? It looks like you need to take the square minus away this shape. Correct or not, students? Okay, can you see that there's this shape here? I show you. Yeah, there's this shape here. Okay? You take the square, you minus away this yellow shape, you will be getting A plus B. A plus B is the remainder here. This green color part. Okay, that's what I'm trying to find. I'm trying to find the green color. Okay? What is this shape, students? Anyone knows? Yes, very good, Lisa. Yes, quadrant. Yes. So we take the square minus the quadrant. What is a quadrant? Do you realize that when you cut a circle into 1/4, you will get this shape? It is called a quadrant. It means 1/4 of a circle. Okay? So if I want to take the square, which is, I already know it's 14 times 14, right? 196. Minus away the quadrant. Quadrant is 1/4 of a circle. So 1/4 of the circle. 1/4 of the circle. Which circle? Very important, students. Which circle? What are you talking about? Do you notice that this quadrant, right? It is part of a bigger circle. So if you want to find the radius, it is from the center of the circle to the side of the circle. So be very careful. The radius here is actually 14, not 7. Understand? Okay, be very careful. Which circle are you talking about? There's two circles, you know. There's a very small circle. There's a small circle inside here. There, this one. The radius is 7. But if you want to talk about the quarter circle, this quarter circle is actually part of a very big circle. So the center of the circle is here. The radius is 14. Okay, that's what you need to be careful of. So please take note, radius 14. Let's write it down. 196 minus 1/4 of the circle. The circle is pi times the radius times the radius. So students, this is the circle. And 1/4 of the circle. Okay? Now let's simplify our work. 14 divided by 7. 14 divided by 7 is 2. Then we can say 22 divided by 4. You get 22 divided by 2 is 11. 4 divided by 2 is 2. And you can also take this 2 divided by this 2. It will become 1. Okay? So what are we left with? We are left with 11 times 14. Okay? So you end up with 196 minus 11 times 14, which is 154. Okay? And that will then give us 42 lah. So how do I find the shaded region? How do I find part B? I already know that A plus B is 42. So I just need to minus A. You agree that A plus B minus A. Then you are going to get your B, right? Okay, so what is A plus B? 42. What is my A? 10.5. We already found this just now. Huh? That will then give us 31.5. Correct? And how many shaded parts are there? Do you notice that you have two shaded parts B over here? So you want to find B and B. So the total shaded region is... Okay, so the total shaded region is 31.5 times 2 shaded region. That will give us 63 cm square. Wow, what a long question, right, students? What a long question, but we learn a lot. Okay, we learn about circles. We learn about quarter of a circle. Radius is the most important thing. Whenever they ask you what's the radius, you need to ask yourself, where is the center of the circle? Which circle am I looking at? If you're looking at a quarter circle, it is part of a bigger circle. Use the radius of the bigger circle. Understand? Alright, students, if you have questions, let me know. Okay, and if this is your first time learning circles, don't worry. You are already way ahead of your other classmates who have not learned circles before, right? So how to find area of a circle? I wrote it down here. Pi times r squared. R squared, that means r times r lah. Pi times r times r. So, students, let's try out example 4, shall we? Okay, I told you that the lessons are getting more and more difficult. Okay, we have to, like, we have to. If not, everybody can answer the question. Then everybody will have the same marks. Not fun anymore, right? Okay. So of course, if you are more hardworking, you do your revision more often, then you earn more points, right? Not students. So let's take a look at example 4. Michelle had a container of beads and 148 was given to Katie. So let's draw a model. So let's imagine that these are all the beads that Michelle has, and she gave 148 to Katie. Okay, so she gave a lot. Okay, let me just draw a line here and say, okay, 148. Okay, I don't want to draw half. Okay, I'll draw something. Okay, I don't want you to think that it's half. Okay, so I'm going to draw the line off the center. Let's say that 148 beads were given to Katie. So I write down here, Katie. Then she used 3 out of 8 of the remaining beads to make a bracelet. Okay. So this is the remaining, right? So 3 out of 8. That means I must split this into 8 parts. Split into 8 parts. So 3 out of 8 of the remaining. Let me highlight. 3 over 8 of the remaining, okay? Which is 1, 2, 3 out of 8 units, right? 3 out of 8. So I draw a line here. 3 out of 8 of the remaining to do what? To make a bracelet. Okay, to make a bracelet here. She is left with 1 out of 9 of the original amount of beads. So she's left with this amount. This amount is actually 1 over 9 of what? Of the original, you know. That means whatever is left is 1 over 9 of the amount that she started with. So how many units are there here? Okay, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There are 5 units here. So 1 out of 9 of the original beads, of the original number of beads, equal to 5 units. So can we know how much is the original, how many units are there at the start? You just need to multiply by 9, right? So when you multiply by 9, we realize that we have 45 units at first. Okay? So this is how many units of beads she had at first. And what else did she do? We already know that there are 8 units. So we know that, okay, students, let me tell you. Over here, we have just found that there's a total 45 units. She actually used 8 units. Let me show you 8 units here. She actually, 8 units is already gone. Okay, so 8 units is gone. So this 148 beads is how many units? How many units is this? Okay, so we are trying to find that. So the total is 45 units, right? I minus away the 8. So now I can say that my 37 units equals to 148 beads. So from here, can we solve it? Very easy. You just divide by 37. You find 1 unit, which is actually 4. So 1 unit, right, represents 4 beads. Okay? And they ask you, how many beads did she have at first? We already know she has 45 units altogether at first. So 45 units equals to 180 beads at the beginning. Now this is tricky. Why? Okay, because they are using fractions to represent how many units. So students, when they tell you that 1 over 9 is left, please write this down. 1 over 9 represents how many units? Then what is the total? 9 out of 9. Total must be 45 units. Once you know that there's 45 units altogether, you minus away these 8 units. You minus it away, you are left with 37 units here. So this 37 unit represents 148. And from there, you can find 1 unit. And the rest, you can get the answer. Good. So this is how useful model drawing is. Okay, students? Model drawings now, this time we are mixing it with fractions. Huh? Anyone has any question or not? Oh, I can see Himashi smiling. Himashi got the answer. Very good. And I see Tauta also, Harris also, Melissa giving me some answer, Denise. Very good, very good. Now, students, let's do our last example, okay? Example 5. After this, we are going to do the quiz, right? Okay. How many of you know how to do this already? Can you all type your answer? Or how many of you found it very difficult? Oh, I can see some of you typing. No, and none of you typing the answer yet. Okay, this question is not that easy, but it can be made. We can use model to simplify it very easily. Okay, let's take a look. If every day James and Betty spend $100 and $50 respectively, okay, now what does it mean? That means if I highlight this, right, do you agree that James is actually spending more? How many times more? 2 times more than Betty, you know. That means if James spent 2 units, okay, let's say James spent 2 units, Betty is only spending 1 unit. Correct or not? Because James is spending $100, Betty is spending $50, James is spending 2 times more, okay? So I can say that James is spending 2 units and Betty is spending 1 unit. That's what I can say. What else? So if James spent that amount, Betty spent that amount, James will have 100. James will still have how much? He will still have $1,300 when Betty already spent all her money. Oh my. James very rich, huh? He keep on spending so much, and yet Betty already no more money. He still have extra money, right? Not? James very rich. So let's draw a model. Don't use simultaneous equation, okay? Draw model. We know that James very rich. I'll give him a very long model. A lot of money, you see? James, okay, this is James. What about Betty? Not so much money, huh? Betty has less money. Okay, this is Betty. Okay, let me try to draw again. Because that model was too fat. Let me draw a slimmer model. Okay, then let's say Betty, something like that. Okay, I drew James and I drew Betty. So students, this is the amount of money that James have and Betty have, okay? Okay, let me write down scenario number 1. Scenario number 1. This is scenario number 1, the first sentence. Later on, there's another scenario. The second sentence, scenario number 2. So we need to draw model, okay? So this is James, this is Betty. Okay, let me just draw a straight line. I need to align the models. Make sure that they're aligned. Okay. One more thing that I want to do is I want to duplicate. Okay, duplicate. Yeah, what am I doing? Okay, let me duplicate first. Okay, so after I duplicate, just move it. Okay, let me just move it. I want to make sure it's all aligned. Okay, done. So I can get rid of this. And I can say that this is scenario number 2. So what am I going to do now? Over here in scenario number 1, James is spending 2 times more than Betty. That means if James spent 2 units, 1, 2. James spent 2 units, this is gone. Betty already used up all her money, this is gone. James still has how much? James still has $1,300 left. Understand, students? Now let's look at scenario number 2. Now, James is spending less. James is spending 1 unit. Betty is spending 2 units. Okay? So let's say that Betty is spending 2 units. James is only spending 1 unit. So this is being spent. This is being spent. When Betty spent all her money, James still has how much left? Still has, okay, $3,700 left. So let me circle that. As soon as my pencil comes out. Okay, there. James still have $3,700 left. So we can write down here $3,700 left. Okay, students? Okay. You notice that our units have different sizes. Now I'm going to make the units all the same size, okay? So let's just cut it like that. Okay, now I can say this is 1 unit, 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 1 unit. Compare the models, students. I want you to compare from this line here to this line here. What do you notice? You notice that 3 units plus 1,300 equals to 3,700. We can write it down. Let's write it down. 3 units plus 1,300 equals to 3,700. So 3 units must be equal to 3,700 minus 1,300, which will give us 2,400. So from here, 1 unit must be 2,400 divided by 3. 800. Okay, now we managed to find how much is 1 unit. What is the question asking you? How much money does James have at the beginning? So basically they're just asking you for the total amount of money. Okay, if you look at scenario 1, how much money does James have? 4 units plus 1,300. If you look at scenario number 2, 1 unit plus 3,700, that is how much James has. So it does not matter which scenario you use. You can use scenario 1, you can use scenario 2, it's up to you. You get the same answer. Are you ready to try? How much money does James have? James, okay, let's use scenario 1, 4 units plus 1,300. 4 units plus 1,300. And what do you get? You get 4,500. If you want to use scenario 2, no problem. 1 unit plus 3,700. 1 unit plus 3,700. You still get the same answer. Okay, students. So the answer is $4,500. James has $4,500. What a long question, everyone. Wow, I wonder how many of you even managed to get it. Difficult, is it? You see how powerful model drawing is? Wow, so many of you typed the correct answer. Wow, very good, students. I can see a lot of you typing 4,500. Wow, so smart, you all. Very good, very good. If you have any questions, please type it in. Now, why did you see how powerful model drawing is? You draw the model, you compare them, straight away you know 3 units plus 1,300 equals to 3,600, right? Okay, so now, everyone, let's take a look at the quiz, okay? I'm going to take a look at how much we are. Okay, let's see. Hold on. Okay, I'm going to open up the leaderboard right now. So let's see who is leading. Right now, Team America and Team Thor are still leading. Team Hulk is trying to catch Team Panther. And we have Gigi, okay, Gigi, Michael, and Charlie, you're all leading, right? So, I think Gigi, Michael, and Charlie, they already did the quiz. They already did lesson 6 quiz. If you have already done the quiz, go and take some time. I'm going to give you 5 minutes to do the quiz now, everybody. For those of you who have already done the quiz, if you have not yet earn your bonus points, go and do this. Go and earn your bonus points. Okay? So students, let me start the timer. Okay, I'm going to start the timer. Everyone, if you do not know how to do the quiz, please. Okay, I'll show you. For those of you who do not know how to do the quiz, you go to the video, the live video, and you can see, wait, where is my, never mind. You can see a link here. Go and click the link on top of the video to go and do your quiz. Log in and do your quiz. Okay? So students, I'm going to start the timer now. Okay, let me start the timer. Okay, good luck everyone. Your time starts now. Hands up, students. Okay, now we cannot do the quiz anymore, yeah? So, students, I'm about to review the answers. So those of you who have not done the quiz, that means you cannot do it anymore. Yeah, the next quiz, lesson 7, can be done maybe in a few hours, right? We'll open up the quiz and then you can do it. Now, students, what is the benefit of doing the quiz before class? Well, you have more time. But if let's say there are some difficult questions, you just leave it alone first. You don't submit the quiz first, or maybe don't even click the button to submit the quiz. Do it on your piece of paper first. Then when I teach you how to do the example questions and you already learn the strategy, then you can go and solve the quiz and submit it during the 5 minutes in class, okay? So, students, how many of you found the quiz very difficult or maybe more difficult than last time? Can you type in the chat? If you find it hard, you just say hard. Okay, yes, I see some of you finding it hard, right? All right. So, don't worry, I'll be going through the questions now, okay? Those of you who have not clicked the like button, go and click the like button now. I'll give you 10 seconds. Yes, very good. Okay. Now, students. Oh, too hard, Cindy? Oh, don't worry, Cindy. I think maybe because you're learning new things. Learning new things is always hard, but it will benefit you. So, I'm going to show you how to solve it. And you'll see how easy it is. Ready? First, we have a number pattern again, number puzzle again. What kind of pattern is there over here? So, maybe some of us are trying maybe 3 plus 1, then we times 2, then you get 8, right? Okay, 3 plus 1 times 2, you can get 8. What if you try the same thing for the other circle? 5 plus 4, then you times 2. Hey, you cannot get 9, wow, this is wrong. This is wrong. So this is not the correct way to do it. Anybody knows? Can you type it in the chat? Okay. So what other methods can we try? Maybe we try 8 minus 3 equals to 1. No, it doesn't work. So there's so many things you can try, but eventually, why not we do this, okay? Very good, Kong. You got it. You take 3 times 3. Okay, 3 times 3. Then you take 1 times 1. What must you do now? 9 minus 1, you get 8. Okay? So let's do the same for the other one. 5 times 5. 4 times 4. Then 25 minus 16 is 9. So it works. So this is the pattern. We apply the same pattern to the last circle. 13 times 13. 6 times 6. Then you minus them, which will give you 133. Those of you who got it, very good. That means you have very strong pattern spotting skills, okay? All right, students. Now, as I already said, go and do the online practice. You will have more exposure to all these questions. You'll improve yourself the more practice you do. Now, let's take a look here. There is a cat and there's a turtle, okay? Now, recently on TikTok, I think there was this video going that there's a beer can, you put it on the floor, you measure to the top of the table. There's another beer can, then another beer can standing up. This one is lying down. And then we switch the position, but the measurement is different. If you have watched the TikTok video, you'll know what I'm talking about. If not, it's okay, don't worry. Look here. It's the same concept. You have a turtle and a cat. The turtle and the cat obviously have a different height. And what are we trying to find? We are trying to find the height of this table, right? So if you're trying to find the height of the table, it's okay. Let's take a look. What are we given? What is the information that we are given first? First, I'm going to look at this 170. What is this 170? If I were to take the height of the cat, okay? Let's say I take the height of the cat plus the height of the table, this one. Will I get 170? Of course not. Of course not. The height of the cat plus the height of the table is already more than 170, right? Correct? So what must I do? I must minus away the turtle. If I minus away the turtle, then I can get 170, okay? So we write this down first. Help us to logify it. Now you look at the other one, the other diagram. If you take the height of the turtle plus the height of the table, you are going to get more than 130. Turtle, okay, let me write down turtle plus the height of the table is already more than 130. So what must you do? Minus the height of the cat. Then you can get 130, understand? So students, now that we have this information, we can start to solve the question. If I were to take all of these things, add together, what will I get? I show you. Okay, I add them together. I add together with this. Do you notice something, students? Turtle minus turtle, gone. Cat minus the cat, gone. What are we left with? Height plus height. 2 height. Understand? So let's write it down. Let's write it down. Add everything together. This plus this minus this plus this plus this minus this. What do we get? Okay, the cat minus the cat become nothing. Turtle minus the turtle becomes nothing. You are left with 2 heights. So what can I say? You add everything together, you must add everything together here as well. Okay, so 2 heights will give us 300. So now can you tell me what's the height of the table? The height of the table is 150 cm. Okay, good. That's how we do it, students. So when you are not sure, when you want to visualize, what did I ask you to do? Remember the previous question here? If you're not sure, you need to visualize. You use alphabet to label the question. When you label it, it's easier for you to think. So then you can start to write certain things down and it can help you to solve the question. Over here, you see, I use the alphabet. Cat, C, turtle, T, table, the height of the table, I say H. That's what I'm trying to find, H. So I write everything down and you make it easy for me to solve the question. Okay? So let's try out the next one, which is circles. Remember just now I told you all that the area of a circle equals to pi times r times r. Pi times r times r. So how are we going to solve this one? They want you to find the shaded region, right? So first, why not we call this x? And why not I call this y? Okay? If I want to find x plus y, what must I do? Okay, everybody keep your eyes here. Keep your eyes on this quarter circle, quadrant. Keep your eyes on this quadrant. If I were to take the quadrant, right? Minus the square, then I will be able to get x plus y, the shaded parts on top. So how do I do this? 1/4 of a circle. Which circle is this? You must ask yourself. This is actually part of a very big circle, you see? So where's the radius? The radius is here. Just be careful, huh? This is the radius, understand? Did they tell you what's the radius? Come, let's see, huh? They told us that the... Oh no, they didn't tell you what's the radius. Wait, did they? They didn't tell us, eh? We do not know what is this radius. So how do I find it? Okay, never mind. What information do I have? The area of the square. They told you that the area of the square is 98. So let's take a look here. the area of this square is 98. And everybody knows that in order to find the area of the square, you need to take the side times the side. So if I get 98 here, what times what equals to 98? I don't know, it's going to give me some decimal point. So I don't want to do that. Even if I manage to find the length of the square, it is useless to me. Why is it useless? Because I'm trying to find the radius. The radius is here. It's even longer than the square. Okay, never mind. What else do I want to find? I noticed that this length and this length are the same. Students, remember what I told you just now? Inside a circle, okay, this is a circle, right? The radius, right, is from the center of the circle to the side of the circle. And it does not matter which direction. All of these lines are the same length. Understand? So if I want to find this length here, it is equal to this length here. So everybody, we must try to find this. If I know that the area of the square is 98, if I cut it into half, this is 49. What am I going to do now? I have a triangle with a side of 49, with an area of 49, and I'm trying to find out how long is this line. I'm going to do this. I will take my triangle, which is 49, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to duplicate the triangle 4 times. Can you see? So what will I end up with? I'll end up with a square like that. And I will end up having 4 of those triangles inside. So what is the area of this square? 49 times 4. 196. Okay? What? So 49 times 4, 196. The total area of this square is 196. So what is the side of this square? 14 times 14 is 196, right? So that means the side of the square must be 14. So now I realize that the radius here is 14. So now that I found the radius, then I can solve the question. Very hard, right, this question? I know. You need to do a lot of things, but it is worth it. We learn a lot from such questions. The more difficult the question, the more you learn. So, we have already found 14, the radius of the circle. 1/4 of a circle. 1/4 times pi. Okay, they already told you what is pi, right? Okay, times pi times the radius minus away the area of the square, which they already told us. They already told us is 98. So I simplify. 7. Okay, 14 divided by 7 is 2. 22 divided by 2 is 11. Divided by 2 is 2. Then this 2 and this 2 can divide by each other. I'll be left with 11 times 14 minus 98. So 11 times 14 minus 98. And what do I end up with? I end up with 56. I know that my x plus y is 56. So what's the area of the shaded part? X plus y, another x here and another y here, right? So x plus y times 2 lah. Okay? There you go. That is the area of my shaded part. Wow, very difficult. How many of you feel that your brain is already dried up? No more juice already. I know it's quite a long question. But the more you do difficult questions, next time when you see other questions, you find them very easy. Okay? So don't give up, students. If you need to, you can always go to our Tutify YouTube channel. All the lessons are there. You can go and revise. We already uploaded all the Maths Mastery lessons there. Okay? Now, let's look at question 4. Now, students, in order to do question 4, you need to read the question properly and understand it because it can sound a little bit tricky, right? Coach Leo has enough money to buy either 25 yellow balls or 15 red balls. So I can either buy 25 yellow or 15 red. Now I'm going to decide to buy what? 15 yellow balls and 3 red balls. How do I do this? Students, if I buy 15 yellow balls, right? Actually, I can buy 25 yellow, you know. But I decided not to buy 25 yellow. I only bought a little bit. I only bought 15 out of the 25 balls. So what does it mean? If I simplify this, right, it means that I have already spent 3 out of 5 of my money. Okay? And let's look at the other sentence. Actually, I can buy 15 red. But am I going to buy 15 red? No, I don't want so many. I only need to buy 3 red. So I decided to buy 3 red. So I bought 3 red out of 15. I could have bought 15, but I decided not to. I only bought 3. That means I spent 1 out of 5 of my money. Okay? How much money did I have left? Oh, easy lah. 1 whole minus 3/5 minus 1/5. That means I had only 1/5 of my money left. Done. Okay, so sometimes some question is very easy, but when you read it, it might sound a little bit tricky and you don't know what to do. Okay, so that's why I say you must understand how fractions work. If you understand how fractions work, then you will know. If I buy 15, right, I'm only spending 3/5 of my money. Okay? And if I bought 3 red balls, I'm only spending 1/5 of my money. So that is how you know how much I have left. Wow, I see a lot of you typing the correct answer. Yi Cheng, Lakshya, Tamal, Jinkiet. Yes, wow, some of you even say it's easy. Yeah, okay, good. I'm glad you find it easy, okay? That means you understand fractions. Okay, last question, students. This was exactly the same as what we did just now, remember? So why not I just go and copy? Let me copy. Scenario 1, scenario 2. Okay, copy it and paste it. There you go. Come, paste. Come on, paste. Yes, okay, got it. So students, I managed to save some time. Don't need to draw the whole thing again. Erase this, erase this. Erase, erase. Maybe the names are different. Okay, so erase all these first. Okay, now I'm going to use this and let's solve it. Frank and Ben bought some sheets of paper. Let's read the first scenario. This is scenario number 1. This is scenario number 2, okay? Look at scenario number 1. 40 and 80. So who is using more? Frank is only using 40. Ben is using 2 times more. So what should I say? I should say that Frank is going to use 1 unit. Ben is using 2 units. Understand? Let's draw it here. Ben, this is Frank, this is Ben. This is Frank, this is Ben. Ben is using 2 units. Frank is only using 1 unit. And what happened? Frank will have 500 sheets of paper left. Now you read scenario 2, what will happen? 80 and 40. What does it mean? That means Frank is using 2 units, 2 times more, right? Ben is using 1 unit. Okay, so let me draw. Ben is using 1 unit, but Frank is using 2 times more. Okay? And how many does Frank have? After Ben finishes using all his paper, then Frank would have 20 left. Okay, so let me just draw it properly. Okay, so Frank will have 20 left. What can I do now? Do you notice I can call these units? So why not we just make them all into units? Okay, now I'm going to draw red lines. Red lines from here to here. From here to here. What can you say, students? 3 units plus 20 equals to 500. 3 units plus 20 equals to 500. So 3 unit equal to 500 minus 20. And therefore 1 unit is 480 divided by 3, and we will get 160. Okay, so now we already know that 1 unit is 160. What is the question asking? How many sheets of paper did they have all together? Okay, no problem, all together, right? Over here, scenario number 1, I have 3 units plus 500. Over here in scenario 2, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 units plus 20. Okay, let's see if we get the same answer, okay? So they say all together 3 unit plus 500. What do I get? 3 times 160 is already here. What? 3 unit is 480. 480 plus 500. 980. You want to use the other method? Okay, you want to use this method? No problem, we can use it. 6 unit is how much? 3 unit is 480, right? 6 unit you times 2 is 960. 960. 960 plus 20 is also going to give you the same answer, what? So no matter whether you use scenario 1 or scenario 2, your answer is still the same. 980. So how many of you got this correct in your quiz? Lashia, you got it. Okay, I can see Yi Cheng also, Lashia, Katiba. Wow, not bad, students. Very good. Those of you who got it correct, well done, students. Wow, I'm very curious. Who is leading the Maths Mastery leaderboard right now? Let's take a look. Okay, everybody, let's check. Okay, let's check who is ahead. I'm going to refresh the page. And let's see. Wow. Okay, Lim Yu Eun. Lim Yu Eun, well done from Malaysia. You have overtaken Gigi, Michael, and Charlie. So looks like Yu Eun, very good. You are the leader of the pack right now. You are on the way to winning your brand new iPad. But let me just okay, there may be I think there might be... Okay, students, let's take a look here for one moment. The maximum marks that you can ever score in Maths Mastery is 750, you know. So, the quiz number 7, okay, quiz number 7 is not done, and the final assessment is not done. Quiz number 6 is done already, right? So quiz 7 and quiz final assessment is not done. So the maximum number of marks that is possible to get is 750 minus 150, which is 600. 600 marks is the maximum. 750 minus 150 is 600, right? So how can it be that Yu Eun got 616? Okay, maybe we have to check whether we accidentally gave additional bonus points to Yu Eun. Okay, don't worry, students, we'll do the checking, okay? But the current, as of right now, the maximum number of points you're supposed to get is 600, not more than that. Okay, so don't worry, we'll do the checking, but good job. Those of you who are leading, well done. Don't forget, students, not only is there a brand new iPad, but the winning team is going to get a prize. And as long as you get more than 300 points, you will also get a prize, okay? I'll be announcing the prizes on next Sunday on lesson 8 of the Maths Mastery online series. So students, well done today. We have managed to complete lesson 6, and we have also learned new topics. Circles, right? Circles is something very new that most of you might not have learned yet. So please do your revision so that when we do the final assessment, you will be able to maximize your score. Don't forget to try to do the Google review, do the Facebook review, get as many bonus points as you can. As long as you get at least 300 points, for the Maths Mastery online series, then you considered to be passed, to have passed, and you'll get a certificate and other prizes as well. So, everyone, I'm going to be here for the next 5 minutes, just in case you have any questions. So lucky that we did not crash today, right? I will stay here for the next 5 minutes if you have questions. If you don't have questions, I'll see you on Wednesday for lesson number 7, which is already the second last lesson. So see you on Wednesday at 5 p.m. Singapore time for lesson number 7. Please download your worksheet, please do the quiz, and win as many bonus points as you can. If you don't have questions, bye everybody. Bye. If you have any questions, just type in the chat, okay? How much is one question worth? Different marks. Okay, depending on the difficulty. So if let's say it's very difficult, right? Then we will have to... Dinusha, can you please send a screenshot of your review to Facebook Messenger? You cannot comment here. If you comment here, we cannot keep track. Then we might not give you bonus points. If you want bonus points, please take a picture and send it to us on Facebook. Then you tell us your student ID, okay? Bye, Katiba. Bye, Saktival. Oh, Kabita, you already passed? Very good. How come you did not come last week? What do you mean I did not come last week? I've been here since Wednesday, since last Sunday. I've been here every week. Great course. Oh, thank you, Kong. The review student ID. Jack, you replied to yourself. Bye, Johan. Coach, when are we having Wednesday lesson again? We are having Wednesday lesson after Maths Mastery series is over, okay? Because on Wednesday, I'm conducting Maths Mastery at 5 o'clock. Alright? Thank you, Simon. Bye, Harris. Bye. How many points do you get for online practice? If you already done your online practice, take a picture, give it to us on Facebook, you get 70 points. But it is only claimable once. So once you claim, then you cannot claim again. Okay? So, but it doesn't mean that once you get your points, then you stop doing the online practice. Keep on practicing, okay? Let's say you score 40 marks. 40 marks for your online practice. Try again. Try to go for 50. Then if you get 50, you try to go for 60. It will only benefit you. Understand? Can we have more session on this, please? Of course, Denise. Why not? After Christmas, yeah? Bye, Jaden. Sing, how come you did not come last week? Again, you asked me the same question. Oh, okay, sorry, I'm reading the same comment. Can you send me the working out? Oh, the solution is downloadable. Students, okay, look here. You don't know how to download solutions? It's over here. All the solutions are here, students. Please click the solution button and download the solution. Okay, students? Yeah, that's how you do it. What other questions? Let me see. Anyone else has any more questions? I love this Maths Master. One more. Okay, thank you. I also enjoy it very much. It's so fun, right? I have a question. I got 30 out of 40. I thought one is worth 8 marks. Okay, students, the quiz question is worth different marks, okay? It doesn't mean everything is worth 8 marks. Sometimes the difficult one is worth 10 marks, 12 marks. The easy one is worth 6 marks, 4 marks. If you don't get 300 points, then you cannot download your certificate and you cannot get the prizes. So please try to get 300 points at least. Go and do your quiz. It's very easy to get 300 points, right or not? Okay, thank you, Coach. Oh yes, you're welcome, Adrian. Okay, Adrian. More points to practice. Bye, Harris. Okay, all right. Looks like there's no more questions. So, students, it was very fun teaching you today. Next Wednesday, I'll see you this coming Wednesday at 5 p.m. Okay? Go and get your points and don't give up. Bye, everybody. Bye.